Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for November of 2020. If you're watching this horoscope because you're a sun sign Capricorn, then your birthday is on the way. And the very best time of year to get your annual birthday reading is during your mop-up period, which is the month before your birthday. Schedule it now. You'll find a link for that in the YouTube description below. So this month, a couple of planets have been going retrograde. They're going to go direct. That's going to be really nice. Julia, what do you have to say to the Capricorns of the world?
Well, hey, Capricorn. So I'll start with Mercury, which, as Jamie was saying, starts the month retrograde. And it's all retrograde in the sign of Libra. And Libra correlates with your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career. It's also the house of sort of like it's a very public house as well. So with Mercury retrograde here, it means that you've been in a period of a lot of miscommunications, perhaps at the workplace, or having to rethink or review some of your career strategies. You might be thinking to yourself, am I in the right career? Or if you're looking for a new career, you might be reviewing what your new career needs are. The good news is that Mercury will go direct on November 3rd. So again, that should make these things a lot smoother. Then Mercury enters Scorpio on November 10th, which correlates with your 11th house. This is the house of friends. So when Mercury comes in here, since it's the planet of communication and mentation, this is kind of like a busy sort of active social period where you could just be connecting with a lot of your friends, either through, those group texts or group FaceTimes, or maybe even meeting up in the park. Then Mars is the other planet that starts off retrograde this month in the sign of Aries, but it finally goes direct on November 14th. And this has all been taking place in your 4th house of family and home. So you're coming out of a very frustrating few months of dealing with flare-ups at the home front, maybe fighting with family members, the people you live, or dealing with a lot of just frustrations with your housing situation in general. Good news is that now this is also going to start clearing up and you can make some forward progress on these areas. Then Venus, the planet of relationships and beauty, also begins the month in the 10th house of career too. So even if you're having miscommunications at work, you're still getting along pretty well with the people you work with, including bosses, including clients and customers. Then she's going to enter the 11th house on November 21st. So that's going to really extend this social period for you. And if you're in a partnership already, then you're going to enjoy spending time with your partner within a group context, maybe among your friends as well. And the 11th house is also linked with networks. So if you're single, it's a great time to do some online dating.
Yes. Now, that same day, the 21st of November, the sun moves into Sagittarius, which means Sagittarius season is beginning, and thus it enters your 12th house. So this is the introspective month of the year for you. This is the time when you feel your attention is pulled inward and thinking about things maybe from a more spiritual or cosmic perspective. Now on the 14th, to go back in the month a little bit, we have the first of this month's moons. And that is a new moon in Scorpio, which falls in your 11th house. And yes, this is the house of networks, community, friends, friendship, and tribe. Now this moon we're calling consider your shared estate because of the involvement of a couple of very specific factors. First of all, it's in Scorpio, which has to do with sharing, particularly shared finances. Secondly, it involves Juno, which is the goddess of marriage and committed partnerships of all kinds. So this could even affect business partnerships. And then the involvement of a large pile of Capricorn in this moon brings in themes of responsibility. So we're recommending that that people think about, like your last will and testament, about what's going to happen to your stuff when you die. And in your case in particular, because this moon falls in the 11th house of community, you might think about how you could benefit your community or your tribe in your will. There's an interesting thought, really planning for the future. Okay, so later in the month, we have another moon. It's a full moon in Gemini, and it happens on the 30th. And it's falling right here in your 6th house of work, health, and service, and personal organization. Now we're calling this moon Make the Mind, Body, Heart Connection because it involves the moon. It's a full moon, so it's absolutely going to be full of feeling, full of passion. Emotions are likely to be high. That's always true under a full moon. But it's in the sign of Gemini, and that's a very thinky, very cerebral sign. So that brings in the mind element. And then the body element comes in because Ceres over here forms a square to that moon in its opposition with the sun. So because this moon crosses the axis of service, which is to say it falls in the 6th house, which has to do with physical, concrete, practical service, and yet it also involves the sun in the 12th house, which is the house of spiritual service. This moon would suggest that you must make the mind, body, heart connection in the area of service. How can you involve yourself in service that you feel strongly about with your heart? How can you bring your mind in to good use? And then how can you actually bring it into the physical world with your body? In longer term news, Saturn and Jupiter have been traveling along through Capricorn, and they're about to move into Aquarius. And this is a really big deal. It's going to constitute a pretty big shift in the nature of how this year feels as we end the year and move into 2021. And we've made videos about this. They are on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, in the November 2020 news playlist. I suggest you check them out, getting ready for December. And if you enjoy our horoscope videos, please do like, share, and subscribe. Pass us around to all the people that you love in your life. And until next month, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.